So this is a tomato plant we put in a couple weeks ago, and it's got little flowers on it. I don't know if you can see that, and yeah, it's going good. I used the praxis method where I just kept burying the stem, and you know, we got some pretty good, you know, stem hold there. This isn't being held up by anything, just itself. Here we have some purple beans, and I don't know if you can see that, but there's some flowers on. Excuse the dog. Here we have some carrots growing. Over here we have the usual grapevine. It's you know, progressing well. Today I'm going to go out and get some compost so that I can feed it, because for some reason, I don't know, the grapes are like falling off the vine. We get some pretty good grapes every year, you know, but you see what I mean about the grapes falling off the vine. There's like nothing on that vine. Here's my blackberry bush, and as you can see there, they turn red and then white and then black. And maybe here you'd be able to see a little better. This one is somewhat ready to pick. I don't pick them until they're really, really juicy, like this one. I don't know if you can see this back one there. There you go. It's pretty big and nice and juicy. And then I'll post a video on making my blackberry sauce. Here's a cherry bush. I gotta chop it down, but it wasn't supposed to produce this year. And if you can see there, I think you can see it, we got a small cherry there. I'm not sure if you can, there it is. Here are our Jersey Giant tomatoes, and right there we have some tomatoes already. And like I said again, we have a gate around this, but you know, it's got a pretty thick stem. Here is my sweet 100s. They go on my flowers for all the tomatoes that are going to grow on that little piece. And then we have some there and some there. I don't know what type of tomato plant this is. We just took some seeds and threw them in, and we're hoping for the best. So I assume they're also sweet 100s because I see little ones there, and they're big clusters. They're like large clusters of little flowers. Rosemary never died back this year. It's doing really well. Here is my chocolate pepper plant, and I gotta take it out of here and, you know, put it in the ground, but I'm gonna wait till this turns brown. It's supposed to be like dark brown. Here are some more peppers growing. And I don't know if you saw my video last year, but I had another pepper, banana peppers, and it wouldn't stop giving me peppers. And so here's another pepper plant. There you go. Here's my strawberry bush, and every day I come out and I pick strawberries, and every day they look like this. And so I pull them out and throw them back in the ground, and the seeds will replant themselves, and I'll have more, see, to separate. And so here is another pepper plant doing well. I gotta spray with pepper spray so that whatever's eating my leaves doesn't eat my vegetables. Here is an eggplant, bambino eggplant. So it's doing well. It's been raining. This was just a tomato plant we put in a pot, and I don't know what it's doing, but see that? It just turned over and said, hey, I'm gonna grow, and so it's got some flowers on it. These we hope for something to happen, but they don't look too well, these three. But everything else, here is another tomato plant. I'm not even sure if it has any flowers on it. Here's another tomato plant. Here is a Roma tomato plant. See my Romas, they're starting to come out. We're getting ready to have a barbecue in a minute. So some more tomato plants. This is a potato plant. every year since we started growing potatoes. This thing comes up and we dig down and we get potatoes, and then next year it comes up and we dig down and we get potatoes. We never really find the potato this thing's coming out of, but we'll get 2 or 3 or 4 potatoes. Here's another tomato plant. This is my collard. And so I'm just waiting for the seeds to dry out so that I can use the same pot and reseed it. Here are more tomato plants. This year I plan to make lots of tomato sauce and tomato paste and dehydrate tomatoes. I did last year, and I just popped open the last jar of tomato sauce that we had last week to make spaghetti. Here's my grill. Father's Day present for my husband. He's loving it. This was the old grill that we took apart and we made like an island to the new grill. It works well. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Here is, if I'm not mistaken, what's that? Pumpkin. We used to have our strawberries here, but they weren't producing, so we moved them. And listen, you can't kill a strawberry plant, I'll tell you that much. Just when you think it's dead, it isn't. Here is another tomato plant. Started a lot later than the other tomatoes, so we're just experimenting with where is the best part of the yard to grow tomatoes, and I believe this is because these were all germinated the same time the first ones I showed you were, and they were all put in at the same time, and these have like dozens of leaves and tomatoes and flowers, and the stem is just something amazing. Look at this stem. Look at that. Unbelievable. Oh, and then we had an incident where all our tires were popped on the whites. Just some scandalous kids, I guess. And if you know anything about tires, you know they're not salvageable. So we used them wisely. We planted tomatoes. There goes my tire planter. And, it's just in the middle of the yard and behind the grill. And as you can see, it's got flowers on it. They're growing very nicely. So this is the yard, and we built this shed late last year, and we hope to finish it this year. That's my kitty cat. She just came back from the doctor's. She's upset. And so that's pretty much it, guys. What did I show you? My grape. I planted a orange bush or tree or whatever the hell it was supposed to be, and it just died. So that's pretty much it. My grapevine, I think I'm gonna eliminate it from our growing season next year, because although it does give us a few grapes, it takes a lot of water to keep going, and I just don't want to have to pay for that much water. Maybe later on, if I can buy a bigger yard or an acre or a farm or something, then maybe I'll replant one in its honor. But so there it is: grape, blackberry, cherry bush, and the rest is just tomatoes. And so that's pretty much my yard here in Brooklyn, New York. And here we have a bin that we compost in, and it's going really well. We used a lot of this nice soil to plant, and the beds seem to really like it. I'm hoping to fill this whole row with new beds. Where the table is, we're going to eliminate the table and maybe get like some chairs and a round table, smaller table and some chairs, and just put like tires all the way down the middle of the yard, and the kids can still ride their bikes around it. And then here's my water barrel. I got this from the city for free. They were giving it 2 years ago. You had to stand on this long line in some park in Brooklyn, and they would give you these water barrels for free, but I plan to add 2 or 3 more to it. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's a fixer-upper house, and so we've just been working on everything. This is our next project. We're going to fix this portion of the extension to the house, and you know, hopefully. Oh, and that's my dog. Say hi, dog. Say hi, Peanut. Hi, Peanut. Hi, Peanut. Okay, y'all. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up my video or subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more videos this year. Maybe 1 or 2 would be construction videos. Here's a floor that we finished just the middle of the winter, and we did everything else. We leveled it out and we put down the floor, and you know, I still don't have any kitchen cabinets, but this is what we're working with, and it seems to work. Okay, bye.